Build a 3,000 piece Lego with me. I cannot believe what happened in this book I just read. I have 3 hours to bake a cake for my friend's birthday. Can I do it? It's leg day. I collected all my junk from today, so let's journal. I finished 25 puzzles last year. Let me show you my favorites. Paint with me as someone who has never tried it before.
Maybe this is my sign to stop doom scrolling and try something new. As a girl in my 20s, I feel like there is no better time to figure out your hobbies than right now. So today, we're gonna be delving into the world of puzzling. I asked for a puzzle board for Christmas, and I actually got it like a month earlier on my birthday, but the first one that came got damaged in shipping. So we reordered another one, and so I've never seen this one before, and I'm very excited. This one doesn't look damaged, so hopefully it's not. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, it's kind of chunky. It's not sitting flat. Oh, it has a little table at the bottom. So it spins. Oh my gosh. The one at my summer job did not spin. This cover is also different, and I think it'll be really helpful because my cats like to lay on my puzzles when I'm doing them, and it does kind of mess them up. Other than that, I think this is kind of what I'm used to. These shelves, so you sort the puzzles into these 6 components. They have 4 of this size and 2 of this size. I originally got into puzzling at the end of last summer because I had my summer job and I was working with seniors, and some of them liked puzzling, and we had like this communal puzzle that we would do. I don't know, I didn't puzzle for the first couple weeks of the summer job because I just didn't think it was that interesting. And then I kind of sat down with some of them and I started to do it, and I realized that there's a lot more skill behind it than I originally thought. It was fun to see me get better and better. So I decided to take a puzzle home and do it myself in my own free time. And I really, really liked it. This is actually the puzzle that I did. This was the first puzzle that I took home and the first one that I finished completely. I framed it. So as you can tell, I really did enjoy doing this. When my summer job ended, I took a couple more puzzles home just to do them. I didn't want to keep all of them. I just wanted to keep this first one. And then as it does, university took up quite a bit of my time. I could not puzzle because for me, puzzling is so stress reducing. I have to be focused on it. If I have something in the back of my mind, I can't puzzle. And I don't know, maybe that's how it is for everyone. Again, I don't know that much about puzzling. So with all the stress, I just couldn't puzzle. And then I didn't have a board, obviously. So I was doing it on my dining room table. And then every time that we'd like want to have dinner, I'd have to chunk together my pieces and like fold them, take them apart. And then I just got tired of it. So I officially put away all of my puzzling stuff after Thanksgiving, which here in Canada is like middle of October. So I have not touched a puzzle since then. I asked for a puzzle board for Christmas because I thought if I have a portable space that I can just like move out of the way whenever I feel like it and bring it out whenever I feel like it, then maybe that would encourage me to puzzle more. And I think it definitely will. These are the puzzles that I currently have. There's this one. Again, all of these are from my summer job, so when I finish them, I will bring them back. I picked this one out because of the fun settings. And then there's this one, which is just like a retro, I guess like drive-in dinner place. I thought the colors of this one were cute. This puzzle is a little different, very light, because this one is actually made out of foam. So these are what the foam pieces look like. It's supposed to be like easy to roll. I have never tried a non-traditional puzzle before, but I did think this one was very cute. My concern about this puzzle is that it is very neutral. So I think sorting through the colors will be more difficult, but I thought the picture was very pretty. And then this one is very bright. I like puzzles like this where they have basically just like little images. Like I could easily figure out making this smiley face, and then it kind of builds from there. Because again, I am not by any means a pro. I know that I've said I've done a couple puzzles, but the way that I want to get into it is like way more hardcore than I have before. So yeah, I think this one's fun. And then this one, it's a little festive. She gave it to me because Christmas was coming up. I kind of have missed the time on this a little bit, but that doesn't mean I can't do it. I, again, just like this one, like how there's little pictures that you can work with. But as I I mentioned, for Thanksgiving dinner, I had to get rid of my puzzle that was on the dining room table, and that was not any of these. So let me go get that. This is the puzzle that I've been working on. My solution to sorting the puzzles, because again, I didn't have a puzzle board, but I did know what they were, was cutting up cardboard boxes and then using each of the sides to sort my pieces. So that's kind of what I did here. What I learned at my summer job is that you can sort the puzzle pieces by color first, like sort all of the puzzles and then keep the edges separate. Do the edges first so you have a border, and then you can go in and look at these and be like, okay, I have red and white here, so what's red and white in the reference photo? And then try to do that section. Maybe that's how all puzzlers do it, I don't know, but that is how I kind of picked up on, that's how they were doing it. So yeah, I have not quite sorted through everything. I still have a lot of puzzles in here. For this specific puzzle, the edges were kept separately already, so I put these all together, and I think that's where I must have left off before I had to pack everything up. So I think if I put all these edges down, I will have the border, but I have not finished sorting through everything. I'm about to lay down my very first piece onto my puzzle board. The sorting is the most time-consuming part of puzzling, but I think it is kind of fun matching it up. It definitely makes the actual puzzling much easier. When I'm puzzling, I always watch something, whether that be a TV show or a YouTube video. And I think that's what could make puzzling an actual sustainable hobby is the fact that it doesn't require like all of my attention. And it truly is so therapeutic. I think what got me to want to try puzzling was the fact that my head sometimes just feels empty. When I'm puzzling, it's like no thinking. You don't have to think. Some people could find this literally so boring, which I do get. In the beginning, that's exactly what I thought. Arguably one of the most important parts of a puzzle. Deciding where to start. I don't know what's calling to me right now. I feel like my main two options are these white and red ones. These look interesting, but also the yellow, blue, and pink ones, because those are throughout as well. Red takes up so much of this puzzle, so I think I'm gonna start here. I had to move my puzzle board because I needed my dining table, and let me tell you, this was so much more convenient. I think my favorite part of puzzling has been how much it's been reducing my stress. Another positive, if you're thinking about getting into puzzling, is that it, I think, has helped my attention span, because I think especially with like doom scrolling on TikTok, it's like everything is entertaining to you all the time. But with puzzling, you really do sit there. On the other side of that, that does mean that it can get a little boring, or I guess a little frustrating, because when you're looking for a specific piece and you just can't find it, yeah, that's annoying. It's also time consuming, because all that I've done already, I feel like I've put in a good amount of time, and all I really have is the border and a couple of pieces. But I don't think that it's so important to focus on the actual puzzle. I think like every little step getting there is honestly the important part, because once a puzzle is made, it really doesn't serve that much of a purpose to me. Like I look at it for a little bit and I keep it on my table for a couple days, but then I just take it apart. One thing I will say is that I cannot puzzle when I have 100 things in my mind. It feels like torture, because puzzling is very much head empty, you're enjoying yourself, it's very blissful. So in the back of my head, I'm like stressed about different things. I think puzzling is a stress reducer, but I can't be actively panicking about something. because then it just doesn't work. I'm sitting here like alone with my thoughts and I don't want to puzzle at that time. It is a little sad that I can't puzzle when I'm super stressed, because in theory, that's when it should help me the most. But like, I was anxious today and I obviously could not puzzle in the middle of the day. I had things to do. But now that I've done them all, I'm like, yay, I finally get to sit down at night and work on my puzzle. Another negative, if you're considering getting into puzzling, is I think it can be kind of addicting, not in a bad way, but this is not something like you put down one piece and you go about your day and like you come back and put a piece. It's more like you sit here and you put a lot of focus into it. I think it's a lot about memory. Like, you have to remember where the pieces are and like, did I see that color somewhere? And while I do multitask by watching videos and stuff, my main focus is the puzzle, and that's just like sound. When I'm watching TikTok and YouTube at the same time, which sounds crazy, but I do it more than I'd like to admit, I feel like I focus on both evenly. Puzzling is like my main thing. So that does make it time consuming, again, because you're not doing like one piece and going away, unless you have like crazy self-control, which is impressive. Will I continue puzzling? Yes, I will. I think that getting the board has been so helpful. Like, obviously I thought it was going to be helpful, which is why I asked for it, but it has been so much more helpful than I could have even thought. Like, being able to just move it, like I moved it from downstairs upstairs, or move it from the dining table to the coffee table. It is so convenient, and I don't have to stop everything that I'm doing, because there was a point when I was getting into puzzling for like the very first time where I was like, well, I can't start a puzzle today because we have like a family dinner in 2 days, and what am I gonna do then? So I think that this will also be a lot more practical as a hobby, because I have the puzzle board. I can just place this anywhere that I need to. So that makes the hobby a lot more portable. So I think that this board has really changed the game for me. It's been an hour tonight, and this is how far I've gotten. So it's not like I'm doing this at a crazy pace or anything. I am very happy with this hobby, and I do truthfully hope that I can stick to it. Maybe not like full time. I don't always have to be puzzling, but I can even feel like in the last couple of days that I have been puzzling, I can feel how much it actually has been helping. So I think I've successfully attained a new hobby.